You want to hear the Ron Kind?
Yes, let's hear this.
10 years ago, liberal lawyer Ron Kind was elected to Congress, and he's done almost nothing in the Congress since.
Yeah,
and that's a good thing, because just about everything he's tried to do has been wrong. Ron Kind voted to take the words "under God" out of the Pledge of Allegiance. He voted to strip the 10 Commandments from our public buildings. Ron Kind repeatedly voted for gay marriage and to force the Boy Scouts to accept homosexual leaders. He even voted to let illegal aliens burn the American flag. For Congress, Ron Kind is the wrong kind.
That's not music.
It's very
The
ominous.
right kind of congressman is Paul R. Nelson. This former Marine is a father of 4 who supports Wisconsin values. Paul R. Nelson will work to stop illegal immigration, to end our dependence on foreign oil, to win the war on terror, and to defend traditional marriage.
I'm Paul R. Nelson, and I approve of this message.
That's formed by Paul R. Nelson.
Does that
for
still
Congress.
just make you very happy?
I'm Paul R. Nelson.
That's the greatest. Let it be known, Paul R. Nelson got his ass kicked.
Oh, my God.
It
Wrong.
wasn't even close.
Wrong kind won by a landslide.
This country wanted the wrong kind.
You know what's so fucking
I'm
funny?
Paul R. Nelson.
These goddamn political ads. Like, when he said he voted to allow illegal aliens to burn the American flag. Now, obviously, there was probably something that said, it's your constitutional right, your freedom of expression and speech
Sure.
to burn the American flag.
Sure.
It's been one of those hot issues for quite a while. But I guess as a symbolic gesture, it is legal to burn the American flag. Tacking on all the other stuff,
Right.
it doesn't matter who's burning it.
Of course.
You're not going to get arrested for the sheer act of burning the American flag. So an illegal immigrant could burn the American flag and not be arrested for
Right.
it. But the bill wasn't, let's allow illegal aliens to burn the American
Right, of
flag.
course.
Where do I sign?
Right, of course.
You know, they fucking twist these things around so much.
I have no doubt our listeners are smart enough to understand that.
Yeah.
But there has to be dummies out there
Oh,
that
fuck yeah.
really believe what they just heard in that ad.
Apparently not enough of them because they,
True. But there has to be some, right?
yeah.
That's not the one we wanted to play, I don't
No,
think.
I wanted the teen
it
girl
might be this
genitals
one.
and electrodes.
Thank you. Thanks to E-Rock, who let the record state, ran in with the Paul R. Nelson clips,
Yeah.
which we love, the mega mix. We got them all.
The
remember-
ominous music, too, when he's talking about the opponent. And then the bling, ding, ding, bling, ding, happy music comes on.
This is Paul R. Nelson, and you're listening to the Opie and Anthony Show.
That was really Paul R. Nelson, man. That was the candidate we backed. We endorsed Paul R. Nelson, and he lost by a landslide.
Well, he had his list handed to him.
But E-Rock ran in here with the Paul R. Nelson disc, and which one is checked off, even though we wanted the genital one? Track 3, let the record state. You see right there?
Yep.
And that's not the right track.
No.
I think this one might be, but I'm not even positive.
With our servicemen and women facing death every day, what kind of congressman would try to gut military spending? The wrong kind. Ron Kind. That's right. Congressman Ron Kind is repeatedly voted to deprive our troops of the funding they need to fight for us. But Ron Kind has no trouble spending your money. He would just rather spend it on sex. That's right. Instead of spending money on cancer research, Ron Kind...
You get the animals in the back. What do the animals mean?
The wrong.
I want Ed to walk us through this one
is
again.
so great.
Because instead of spending money on cancer research, like this was the actual bill. All right, let it play out, and then you fucking walk us through it.
Yeah.
Instead of spending money on cancer research, Ron Kind voted to spend your money to study the sex lives of Vietnamese prostitutes. Instead of spending money to study heart disease, Ron Kind spent your money to study the masturbation habits of old men. Ron Kind spent your tax dollars to study something called the bisexual, transgendered, and two-spirited Aleutian Eskimos, whoever they are. Ron Kind even spent your tax dollars to pay teenage girls to watch pornographic movies with probes connected to their genitalia. Ron Kind pays for sex, but not for soldiers. If Ron Kind had better priorities, you wouldn't be having to hear this. Ron Kind is out of touch, and soon he'll be out of Congress.
I'm Paul R. Nelson, and I approve of this message.
Of course
Paul,
you do,
thank
Paul.
you. Thank you,
Wait,
Paul.
so instead of cancer research, instead of, what was the other one? Heart research or
Heart research, yeah.
And what was the third? Oh, whatever.
Of soldiers.
Right.
You know, he'd rather sex. What this turned out to be was, it was some kind of grant that was approved to do a sex study. So these weren't separate issues. that came up on a bill. Teenage girls, electrodes, probes, genitals. Let me sign off on this one. What's next? Old people's ball sacks. Let me sign off on that.
Right.
It was just one study that was being done, a sex study. So, sexuality in the world, I guess, Vietnamese fucking whores. If a lab wants to study how aroused girls get when they watch porno by hooking up some type of moisture meter to their twat, he's not doing that.
No, and he probably signed off on, well, we need such and such money for
sexual education.
Sure.
So
he doesn't know where
sex ed money goes to this research program, which he had probably had no knowledge of where it went after it went to the sexual education part. But he made it sound like this guy's like, cancer? Fuck 'em.
Cancer.
Get the probes up these teen girls' twats. Now! I'm wrong kind.
It's hard to argue with him, to be honest with you.
It's fantastic. Who the fuck? Please. Who gets that gig, first of all?
And what, old guys masturbating instead of heart research?
Instead of heart research.
Like, who would really make that decision?
Yeah. Let's see. Old guys jerking off or research on heart disease. I got these two bills in front of me. I'm gonna go for the old people
jerking off.
I'm the wrong kind. Wrong kind.
We need to know why the old guys are jerking off.
Right.
Fuck.
Now,
here's the challenge. Is that the best political ad ever? Is there another one out there that comes close? I know over the years we've tried to find a better one.
Nope.
That still is the number one, right?
That is the best political smear I've ever heard. It's inaccurate. It's and believe me, I'm no fan of wrong kind. Guy's a liberal douche. But oh my God, was he misrepresented in those ads?
Leno did a funny bit where they had political ads and they played these extreme political ads. That was they asked the audience, and he may have done it on the Tonight Show. I don't know. Do you think this guy won? And then the audience would say yes or no. The guy won or didn't win, and it was sometimes surprising. And I thought I would love to get these fucking Paul R. Nelson TV ads.
Oh my God,
if they do it again.
Yeah, and he won. It's like here's how he's presented, but he won.
Yeah, not wrong kind, the wrong kind.
Yeah, and the guy is so smarmy. The guy talking about it,
he's awful.
He's like Lucinesco, whoever they are, like he's just winging it,
right.
Like he doesn't have a script in front of him. Lucinesco, whoever they are, it's wrong kind. What a cock!
Oh, I love him. What's the Bruce and Bubba spot? Do we know that one?
What?
It's tempting. Let me see what this is. Just for goofs, because it's on the fucking disc. You never know. It might be another piece of gold. It might suck a dick.
Wrong kind.
Dearly beloved, we're gathered here to witness the marriage of this man, Bruce, to this other man, Bubba. If anyone objects to the marriage of Bruce and Bubba, let him speak now or forever hold his peace.
Well, preacher, I object.
Oh, thank God. State your objection, sir.
Well, preacher, it's two dudes.
Well, Ron Kind says anything goes. He says I can marry anything to anything.
Well, preacher, Ron Kind is the wrong kind of guy to get advice from.
I never heard this one.
I love the wrong kind. Boy, the guy that came up with that one at the campaign headquarters, his name's Ron. Hey, dude, what if we say he's the wrong kind? Holy shit!
We're going to win this thing!
We won! We won with that! He's the wrong kind! And they have to use it in every spot. Ron Kind, he is the wrong kind.
The acting is horrendous.
Oh, it's great.
Preacher, Ron Kind is the wrong kind of guy to get advice from. Hey, today it's two dudes, tomorrow it's two dudes, a lesbian, a pedophile, and a partridge in a pear tree. I think we better stop playing games with holy matrimony and leave things just the way God showed us in the Garden of Eden. Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve.
Oh,
Romeo
boy.
and Juliet, not Romeo and Julio.
I'm Paul R. Nelson, candidate for Congress. I approve of this message and my committee paid for it. If you support traditional American values, help me keep marriage sacred. Vote yes on the marriage amendment and vote Paul R. Nelson for Congress.
Paul got his ass kicked.
That whole religious thing. The Garden of Eden.
If you mention the Garden of Eden in a political ad,
you're
you
done.
are fucking finished.
Dunsky.
Yeah, took the apple, not two testicles. Thank you, stupid.
Why did we support
Satan is the wrong kind.
Why did we support Why did we support Paul R. Nelson?
Because he lists.
Dude, that's the only reason.
Because his commercials are fantastic.
But the other guy
Why wouldn't we?
The other guy is someone you want to party with, though.
Yeah, really. Adam and Steve. Oh, wow.
What?
Yes.
Adam, yes.
Adam, I've told you not to call me when I'm not producing.
Which could be any time. Which means you can always call me.
Stephen S. Rabeshu, our Paul R. Nelson is a fucking loon.
He really is. Oh, I love it.
All right. Why don't we take our first break?
Okay.